And we are back. It's your girl Lauren Rei right here on Water Ice Radio. And it is time for the Lauren Rei Live. Let's talk about a topic of the hour. And we have a special guest. Mr. Chill Moody is in the building. Mr. Nice Thing.
Yo, what up?
Yo.
How you doing, man?
I say water ice.
He said it's the right. No, water ice is the right.
Water ice.
Yeah, that's the debate with people.
Chill, man. Chilling.
You are all over the place. We can't keep up. We was like, Swizz, maybe you can reach out. You're doing so much.
I'm always right there. It's easy to contact me. I'm always right there.
Well, what's been going on? It's been 2 years since the last time you've been in the building. Things have changed around here for us. There's so much has changed for you.
Yeah.
What has been some new things you have been going on?
Brewed a beer.
We saw that.
Let's start there. You know, Nice Things IPA, collaboration with Dock Street Brewery. They were gracious enough to really let me get my feet wet, my hands dirty.
Like be hands on.
Yeah.
Nice.
So went down there for about 4 months. You know, maybe 3-4 times a week. Just learned as much as I could about beer.
Wow.
Drank a lot of beer as well. And
That's always a good thing.
It's a great.
I'm sure drunk show was cool with that.
That's right. Actually, but so yeah, we came up with I came up with a couple flavor profiles. Down to picking the hops that we put in the beer, and we added pineapple, all of that stuff. And now we were on draft at first, and now we got cans now. So next week the cans are sold out right now. Next week we're back in stock. I think Wednesday we're gonna have another release party at Dock Street at the cannery. So there's that. A bunch of new music. I just dropped. It's gonna be not just dropped, but I dropped. It's gonna be a nice year to start this year off. And we just been reaming off of that.
So you have this freestyle that I love. Don't go air. Never go air. How did that come about? I mean.
What happened? We was in the studio. You was looking at that. Shout out to Spades and what happened? We were in the studio. We're leaving. I just recorded. Everything. I went to the studio to record. I'm working on about 4 projects right now, 4 separate projects.
Okay.
A lot of really nice music coming out. I can promise that.
Nice.
So we're leaving, and my engineer then he plays this beat, and it's like, yo, are you ever gonna rap to this? And it's like an Eric Benet sample.
Okay.
And this is the first beat he's ever played for me 4 years ago. So I remember the beat, and I'm like, oh, it's the perfect time. It's 444 out.
Right.
And Rashad the Spit says, ever go Eric Benet? And I'm like, all right, let's do it. So we did that, threw the whole sample in there, and it's Eric. But it was just a freestyle, just telling what's going on. If you listen to that, you'll get a little bit in tune to what's coming, what's happening this year, what's coming up. I'm kind of throwing hints out, but so much stuff going on that it's they all had their own separate special announcements and when we're going to announce it and what's happening. But it's you see the excitement on my face. I know everybody. It's worth the wait. And it won't be too much longer.
Word.
I'm talking 3 weeks.
So you doing a Jay-Z drop? You just gonna drop?
I'm just doing a lot of things. I'm doing some real nice things. Chill Moody drops. Everything is different. Everything is different. I got I'm working with a new group of producers. Then a lot of the usual suspects. Me and Wes Manchild working on projects. Me and Hank back in working on projects. A lot of stuff.
I want to before we get to the stuff you got coming up. I want to talk about you performing at Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
How was that celebration? It looked
dope. It was dope.
Yeah.
It was
you and Freeway was there.
Yeah. It rained. Of course. I was there.
Doesn't it rain at all your performances?
Every time. It rained all the way here. Anytime I do anything, it's going to rain. So it rained when we pulled up there to get out the car, it started raining. Spit just looks at me, he's like, come on. Stop. You gotta chill.
Put that on hold.
Yeah.
Put that on hold.
I can't control it. I'm controlling it, but I can't control it. But it rained, but it was dope because I got to talk to Kev. And me and his manager are cool. So his manager actually saw me at a show at South by Southwest in March. And he was like, 1, how haven't I heard of you? And 2, what's good? Yo, this shit's hot.
Right.
So they had a whole conversation, and he was like, when I'm back in town, let's link up, whatever.
Yeah.
And it turns out, how busy those guys
Right.
are, just Kevin Hart Day was one of the first times I got to link back up with him since.
Oh,
March.
okay.
So he introduced me to Kev and was like, "Yo, this is the guy I was telling you about."
Right.
And he's like, "Yo, we can listen to your music.
That's
and
crazy.
watching your moves and like you're killing it. Like you got to keep that up."
Yeah.
And I've met Kevin Hart like maybe like 3-4 times. Like when I was in college, he used to come up there and perform.
Right.
This before Soul playing and all that. So he was still up and coming. So like to see that he's still that same bull, like he still took that time out to talk to me on his day, on his birthday, with his family there, his kids are there, his dad's there, his brother's there, and he was like, "Yo, keep that up, let's flick it up, like all of that stuff." I was like, "All right, we gonna."
So are you saying there's gonna be
I'm not saying
a Chill Moody
I'm not
chocolate dropper?
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything.
In the words, that nice thing's coming up. You need them bars. Wait, and so you just actually just mentioned South by Southwest. Is that the first time you performed?
No.
Okay.
This was my 4th or 5th year.
Yeah.
I had like 5 shows this year.
Okay.
Down there, and everyone was better than the last. Like
nice.
It was a different crowd every single time, different atmosphere, different venues.
Cool.
All across Austin. And
does it ever get old, South by Southwest?
no, it's my favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
Really?
It's literally my favorite time of the year. Like
is it just the energy of everybody?
the energy. I'm a fan first, so the discovery aspect of it is big to me.
Like they're bringing in like people from around the world.
Everywhere. Like it's a whole like a venue might only have artists from Germany for the whole week, and you'll just go in there and get turned on something. You know artists from they got a Canada place there.
Right.
So it's stuff like that. You run into like very very connected, important people in very relaxed environments. So I'm able to share drinks with people that is like making the decisions about everything in the industry, and they're the coolest people you'll ever meet. So it's dope. It's dope to be there, and it's a great networking experience, great discovery, and then also to put my music out there, and perform, and then also usher in a lot of stuff that's going on in Philly. Like I carry Philly everywhere with me as the Philadelphia music ambassador. It's kind of like my duty to do that. Not kind of like it is my duty to do that. So when I'm out there, I'm putting people on to the artists that they need to be checking out. I'm dragging people to the local Connie shows. Like these are Philly guys. It's a rock band, but come check them out.
Yeah.
And that was South by. I went to 4 low cut Connie shows.
Wow.
Just to show them love, bring people, both different people every time. Yesterday they did an interview on Beats One with Elton John. Like they're
what?
Out.
What?
They're out. Elton John is a huge.
They already reached the echelon. Like what?
Exactly.
That's legendary.
Elton John found their music. Like
Sir Elton John.
Sir. I know you're not listening. Found their music and was like, yo, I love these guys. So we actually have a show coming up with them September 8th at Union Transfer.
Nice.
And hopefully can get on their tour because, from there, they're doing a couple more dates in the States and then they're going to UK. These guys didn't even have a tour set up when we were at South by. Like, we're still just tight, like cool. Yeah. Really, 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 really cool guys, Philly guys. And blew up, like it's crazy. So that's my favorite part about South by. Is that discovery.
Crazy. You just did also the draft, NFL draft.
Yeah, NFL draft was awesome.
How was that? It was so great for the city. I heard that.
Like, it was crazy. Like the one thing I didn't get to enjoy like the draft because it was the stresses of performing. I had a prime time performed at 8:00 on a Friday night. Like that was on a parkway. Free concert, so many people out there. So many people out there, but hopefully they bring it back to Philly again because I heard like
they're talking about it.
Yeah, they're talking about
it. It was amazing. It went off without a hitch.
Right.
Everything.
It was like over it was like around 100,000 people.
200 and something thousand people throughout the week. Yeah.
That's great.
Like nothing happened. 4 people around the corner, something happened right now.
Yeah, right.
So doing that people was good. You gotta bring that back. You gotta give it
no, it was nuts.
You know how to act sometimes.
Sometimes it's like everybody doing your behavior.
Well, the NFL don't play,
right.
so
the draft was live because everybody there wasn't necessarily a hip hop fan. They weren't there for a music festival. They were there for football.
Right.
And they stumbled into Chill Moody and enjoyed the experience and interacting with those fans and everybody afterwards. I was like, yo, this is love. This is dope. And then, to get on that, you got to get okayed by the NFL. So somebody at the NFL is listening to me and has vetted me and was like, all right, this guy's cool.
Well, you have had your music on ESPN.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
See?
We do our research here.
I didn't think about that. No,
You know ESPN? All right, bad.
I had They Don't Know and a song called Never Fail, 2 singles that I got out right now.
Nice.
On college lacrosse this year.
Okay, like the Final Four or whatever they had?
No, like the entire season.
Oh, that was their
throughout
campaign.
The playoffs and everything.
Oh, that's
They sent a commercial, they played my record. When they came back from commercial, they played my other record. When they played the highlights, they played my record.
That's nuts.
College lacrosse, like Johns Hopkins and Duke was
Right.
in and Chill Moody rhyming. I was like, yo, what the like this is crazy.
How did that happen?
Honestly, so this is my second time having songs on there, third song, but my second time. The first time,
Yeah. That's why I like working
The
here.
boys never know how to act.
He paused
They
too.
never know.
She was looking over here too. That was mutual.
Obviously, on the couch is no reason.
No, this guy, the music director at ESPN, stumbled across my website of all things, and this is before we updated. There is a brand new chillmoody.com right now. Y'all can go check it out.
Yeah, I saw it. That's good.
I designed it myself. I'm very proud of it. So he stumbled on the website, emailed me, or from the contact on the website, and was just like, "Yo, I like your music. I want to put it on some of these shows." And I'm like, this don't really, like, stuff like this don't really just happen, like, regularly. And I'm looking at his emails at ESPN Music. I'm like, it might be, it might be not. I mean, so sent it to my team. They was like, I mean, what can it hurt? Send them a song.
Right.
Send them a record. It got put on First Take. And it was playing for the whole month on First Take with my name at the bottom of the screen where you can go find the music and everything.
That's dope.
And it was a crazy time for First Take because it was that month where Stephen A. or when Skip had left.
Right.
So they were trying to figure out who was going to be on every day. So people were watching because they were vetting the new host.
Right.
And then Stephen A. dipped, so they like, you know what I mean. So it was a good time. See, she came back. Yeah.
She knew who was here.
It was a good
You know
time.
what? Y'all wild. Y'all people stay focused. Like 30 seconds.
I got 2 hours.
Sure.
But yeah, so from there, it was just every time I created new records or had new music, I just send them another folder, and every time they pick up more. Honestly, 2 nights ago, they just emailed me about a new record I sent them. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he's like, yo, I like this one. I'm sending it to some joints tomorrow, which was today, and I usually hear back by the end of the week. So
Preseason games. Football, let's go.
I need football.
Let's get that. Let's get that.
I gotta put a post-it note right there because it's just so much stuff.
Yeah.
ESPN.
Yeah.
Get started.
Yeah.
We didn't even really get
I'm
started.
gonna mention something else. The Grammys. You're part of the Grammys.
Yeah, I'm a governor on the on the board of governors.
Right.
You getting shots on you at the award shows. People can see you in the audience at award shows.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so much going on. All right, so real quick, we're gonna take another music break. Jay, your song is up. It looks like you picked a little Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
With nothing but
Some West Coast love.
Makes you feel nice.
That's a great song to just ride to.
It is. It definitely is. And then after that, I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. I got Mrs. Music Soul Child was so beautiful. It's actually one of my favorite songs. So it's your girl Lauren Rei right here. I got Chill Moody in the building. My boy Jay the Gentleman, the whole What Ice family, and we will be right back. Here we're back.
Oh, the anime, the gift.
We back.
Crazy BT behind the scenes stories going on here. We got Chill Moody in the building. You guys, there's a lot of nice things going on in here tonight. So back to the interview.
Yeah. I mean, can we talk about a certain team that you know or not?
We can talk about it. You can talk about it.
All right, bet.
We'll see.
I mean, we saw your logo.
We saw the logo.
You're talking about the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe we should have asked before.
Oh, we can talk about it.
Oh.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Well, you know, I trust one. First of all, I trust the process. I live in the moment. I'm welcome to the moment.
Word.
I'm the Philadelphia Music Ambassador.
Okay.
I've been speaking with the Philadelphia 76ers as the Philadelphia Music Ambassador about ushering in some talent that we have in the city and integrating that into what they're doing this season. The season's going to be a big season.
They just dropped the jerseys
The
today.
jerseys dropped today. there's so much going
Like,
on.
a lot of with Folks and Simmons and
Every ticket sold out already.
It's already sold out.
That's great.
They're saying it feels like AI's back. Like it hasn't, or not. It feels like it hasn't felt like this since
Right.
AI was here.
Like the golden era. We always talk about the golden era.
We know that, and if you of a certain, I don't even want to say age, just of a certain part of this culture, you know how that felt. You know what that means. When somebody said
Party at
it's a
TGI
great
Fridays.
City Line. I remember one day, hold up, crazy thing. One night we up City Line. Friday's the super pack. Can't even get to Friday.
Right.
We luckily knew somebody, whatever we walked, because like you couldn't get in Friday at the time. I'm with my man T, my brother. T's driving a red Corsica at this time, I believe. I think we was in high school. No parking spots at all, except this one spot. We pull in. To the left is a Bentley. To the right is a Bentley. And it's the little Corsica right. I'm like, yo, do we even want to get out and go over there? Or like, we get out, we go in there. Of course, AI's in there. He got both his Bentleys outside. And I think we played, another night. Well, that was one night. And then when we left, we didn't want to go to the car because a lot of people left at the same time. So we just like played it off. Wait a little bit to the car. Then,
that was 16. Y'all can't no Bentley at 16, man.
But we ain't just want to walk up the arc. This little red 2-door Corsica. It was important to me. But another night, Fridays was 2-pack. I guess it was even 2-pack for Al because they were over in Houlihan's. Houlihan's should be across the street.
Right.
Oh, Houlihan's.
So we over in Houlihan's. Iverson there. I said they playing spades. I know I played from the set of spades table, so we playing spades with Al when I was in high school.
That could got real serious.
And I only played a couple hands, but it was just like, more him showing up. I wasn't, I was just some young boy, but I know I played, so we playing spades with him. It was a fun night. But back to this, so working with them, making some announcements soon. It's very, very nice things, and it's a lot of what my mission, my path has been to kind of like uplift the city, connect all the people in the city with things that's going on in the city.
Right.
As the music ambassador, like my whole thing has always been to introduce people to the resources that we have. There's a lot of stuff that we can do for independent music in the city that either people on this side, when I'm talking about the artists, don't know that those resources are there, or the people on this side, which is like City Hall,
the resources
don't know that we need that.
Right.
So something as simple as when you're pulling up to a venue as an artist, we should have a 45-minute to an hour window to unload.
Right.
Without getting a parking ticket.
Right.
Because, granted, we might not even be getting paid for that show. And then we just got a parking ticket on top of it because we had to order drums.
Right.
That's whack. Other cities have that. Seattle has that. Nashville has that. So
no one probably ever even thinks about stuff like that.
Nobody thinks about stuff like that, but it's like these people have it because they take care of their independent artists, they take care of their music scene, they take care of their culture. Their culture ain't even as rich as ours.
Right.
No disrespect to anybody else, but this is Philly.
Yeah.
And this is a music mecca, not a hip hop mecca, not art. This is a music mecca.
Right.
Everything was here. At a time. So in trying to reclaim that prestigious spot we had in the industry, trying to find more ways. It can't be just City Hall. It's got to be, the Sixers. It's got to be some other things we're going to talk about another time. But bigger organizations, bigger companies, bigger brands,
right,
showing love to the culture.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's all for the culture. You see the shirt.
So when you are having these conversations, especially like with the officials in Philly, are they is it eye-opening for them about, how much real talent we have in the city and how much we can really bring to the city with all this undiscovered
stuff? With anybody that I have a conversation with, it's like that because a lot of people aren't in tune to, a lot of people don't do it the way I do. Like I said, I'm a fan. I'm about discovery. I love to be able to say, I put you on to that. I thrive off of that. That's kind of how I got into music. Originally, I wanted to be an artist manager. I wanted to be an A&R. Just so happened to be gifted with words. And my cousin Boogie was like, yo, you might as well just rap.
And be your own A&R.
So I just started, but at the same time, started the label. Always managed artists, always did consulting for artists and consulting for brands and things like that. So I love to be able to say I put you on something because I kind of know what's going to work. I feel like I listen to good music, so I can, introduce you to something.
Right.
Yeah.
So So when I had these conversations with them, they're like, oh yeah, that will work. Oh, that is cool. Oh, that's and it works every time, you know. And another thing I think that works is I don't go as anything other than me. So I might come in there in flip flops and shorts and might have some beers with me, but like I made these beers, so y'all want something?
Right.
Like, you know,
My name's on this.
Yeah, I don't wear a suit to City Hall every time I go there, or you know, even buttons on my shirt every time I go there. Like, you know, I'm here. Hip hop got me here, so why put that aside? Like, nah, I'm here representing hip hop, but you know, at the same time, represent myself. So if I, you know, have to, you know, I mean, throw it on, I'll do that because that is part of me as well. But I'm not doing nothing that's gonna make me uncomfortable, and they see that it's comfortability a word. If I say it the right way, comfortability is a word.
You just made it up.
So they see that comfort level in me, and that wall is broken down, and it's like, all right, let me hear this brother's message. So
you stay within yourself.
Got to. So some nice things, and what I say is it's a collaboration between the Sixers and Nice Things Music.
Cool.
Word. What's this water bottle?
Yeah.
Oh, this whole thing?
Yeah.
Well, this whole thing, this is where a lot of these things started. So,
The water's been out for a while now.
yeah. So my business partner right here, King Spit. Follow him on Twitter at King_Spit and Instagram at King_Spit.
Weren't you a sexy single?
Yes, he was.
That's my research.
That was like, give me taking that to the next one. That was one of them. I put that on the rim, and you was just like,
Live City.
I got it.
That's where that whole like Javille thing came.
Yeah, because I've been killing him since then. But so anyway, he owns a word company. It's called Cerebellum H2O. That I think my first South by actually is where our first South by. We were down there early morning, like 10 o'clock. We just sitting, drinking actually, and trying to figure out our day, figure out our plans. We motivated, we inspired, whatever. Yeah. And he's telling me about the water. And he's like, I want you to, you know, be a spokesperson, whatever. I said, that's cool. I'm with that, but I want my own bottle. Like, you know, if we gonna do it, I want a Nice Things edition.
Okay.
We did that. So Cerebellum H2O is 7.9 pH is really good water. Like it's 8.01. My fault.
Dang.
Sold in Whole Foods, a lot of other places. It went, you know, dormant for like a year or so, and it's back Thursday. I think we taking a trip back up to the factory.
Perfect timing.
Bring it all. It's perfect timing.
Yeah.
The way things have worked out is crazy. So it's really good water. So this was like kind of like one of the first steps in me branding the Nice Things. But this was like, all right, I didn't make this water. This water, you know, nobody made this water. Bull made this water, but Bull was God. I pointed out. I got a good connection with Bull, so we can talk like that. But this was more of, you know, me promoting something, me attaching my brand to it, as opposed to something like the watches or something like the beer, where it was like, not only am I attaching my brand to it, but I'm involved in the creative. You know, I helped make the label and wrote the little description and all that on the side and all that. But like I said, I didn't make that. But the beer, you know, I'm physically in there. So and it's a lot more things. Like at the end of the day,
I was agreeing. You want to agree with the watch?
Oh, the watches, yeah. Nice Things, collaboration with Joy. Joy is a very dope watch brand. Check them out at Joy Watches. We've been partners for, I don't know, going on like 4 or 5 years. Honestly. Started as just making bands for G-Shocks, and then from there start manufacturing their own watches, and you know, still with the interchangeable band and all of that. It's always part of it. Oh yeah, so you know what I mean, this was one of the camo drinks we did, but you know what I mean, the watch, you know, waterproof, nice watch, whatever. The tag is, so every time you got the watch, I mean, once you got the watch, new bands come out, you can just, you know what I mean, interchange them drinks. So I got, I don't know, 70 of these. Like I got watches for these, but I got a couple of these, so whatever. So I mean, they're sold in Nordstrom. You can get them on Nordstrom.com or in Nordstrom's, a couple of Nordstroms, and then I feel like no ships don't have an S, but I like to put an S on it. And then they also was at a couple spots on QVC.
Cool.
And them themselves have a really, really big announcement coming up too. So,
Word.
like I say, there's so many things going on.
It's all just falling into place.
All nice things. So from the glasses you're wearing, to the watch you're wearing, to the socks
To
you're
the
wearing,
water you're drinking.
to the water you're drinking, to the beer you're drinking, to the shows you're watching,
The
all
music
that.
you're listening to.
And of course, which I was getting to, the music you're listening to, all should be nice things. Because at the end of the day, everybody should have nice things.
So you plan on dipping into the acting scene by any chance?
Dipping, I'm there.
You there?
What you mean?
What
I'm
you-
already on like 4 or 5 feet. Like I done dipped in. I ain't dipped in my feet until I got a couple movies
What's
out.
going on that side?
Go to IMDb. Go to. I got a little IMDb situation popping off. Actually, we a movie that I filmed. I don't even know if I can say this, but I'm going to say it because somebody should. A movie I filmed a couple years ago. I think a year and a half ago. Just got picked up by Amazon, so it'll be available. I think the end of this month actually on Amazon.
Okay.
And it was I've acted, in about 2-3 movies before that, and a lot of those times I was acting, but my character was chill. So I was there, This one, my character was Barrington Farquhar. I was a West Indian mail clerk. Like I got to really show that I could act this whole time. And kind of caught the bug. So I'll be doing a lot more of that soon as well. It's just about timing and finding time at this point. But it started out with,
Center City.
Yeah, Center City.
Okay.
That's the name of the film.
Thanks for looking that up.
Yeah.
And then a couple of those, getting songs on movies and placements and stuff like that. We've always done that. So, acting is a thing.
Do you sleep?
No. Like 3 hours a day.
Yeah, you mastered the 3 hour a day sleep.
Like
Power naps.
so what happened with me and what honestly led to me not sleeping, and this is a very, very true story. I saw an interview with Kobe Bryant, and Kobe said he slept no more than 4 hours a day. And this guy plays 48 minutes of basketball,
Right.
And amongst other things, and to the best of anyone's ability, like he's one of the GOATs.
Right.
If he can do all of that, like, what am I sleeping for? Like, so my 3 hours, they might not come, continually. I
might get an
segment
hour
them
here.
during it. But I my body, and at times it do shut down, so I'll go weeks and weeks with like 3 hour nights, maybe, and a couple naps here and there. It's a lot of work to do, and I still need my time. Like I like to read. I can't read all day with people texting me all day, so I'm like start reading a book at 4 a.m. because I know nobody's on my phone, and blow me up, and I know I ain't gotta answer emails and stuff like that. I gotta listen to music. I gotta watch my shows. I gotta catch up on Power and
Stay stimulated.
Yeah, binge watch my joints and whatever. So I gotta find time for myself. I'm a Pisces. I'm longer. Like
Hence why it's the water. See, Pisces water.
See, hence the rain.
Oh, see, that's a good one too. Yeah. Alright,
But no, so but sometimes yes, like I just shut down and I might sleep a day.
You vacation?
I don't feel like I've earned a vacation. I travel, but I travel for work. Yeah.
Right.
My vacation comes if we're going to LA or we're going, wherever we're going, I might go a day early and check into the hotel or check into the Airbnb that day early and just chill for that day. Catch up on, some nice things.
R&R, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a really quick music break, and then when we come back, we got something called the quick threes that we want to do with you.
Okay.
That was a little game.
I like it.
Cool. Bet. So, next song up, well, I don't even know what's up. Oh, yeah, we got, this is my pick.
Yeah.
J. Cole, Folding Clothes. Makes me feel good when I play the song in the car.
I'm on the phone close for me.
And then after that, we got your pick, which is Notorious B.I.G.
You just mentioned Cali.
Going back to Cali.
Yeah.
He is going back to Cali very soon.
Very soon. All right, everybody, it's your girl Lauren Rei right here in the building. I got Chill Moody here. Also got my whole Water Ice team in the building. It's nice things, you guys. We'll be. We are back. It's your girl Lauren Rei right here on Water Ice Radio. I got Chill Moody in the building.
One time.
It's a nice thing. All right, so right now we're going to play a little game. We're going to play Quick Threes. So we got 3 questions for you, and you have to give us your top 3 answers for each
Now, when
question.
you say quick, like how fast do I have to answer these genres?
Within like 5 seconds.
All right.
I was going to a little more time. Go ahead.
Alright.
I just like to know the rules before I play games.
Yeah, about 10 seconds.
All right. So first question up. You ready?
No.
All right. Let's go. First question is: name the top 3 artists you would like to work with, either dead or alive.
Erykah Badu, the RZA, and Eve. I feel like nobody's had like an Eve collab.
A real good Eve collab.
Not a one period. Who's group?
With Stefani.
That was like, they did a bunch of them though. Like,
Yeah, they did have a couple.
What rapper had it?
Oh, that's true.
Beanie, they was squad. Like,
Right.
I'm just saying.
I get it. Yeah.
I don't even know if she, into this anymore. She doing nice things, but
She out there.
Badu,
Chilling.
the RZA, EVA.
Cool. All right. Next question: your top 3 performances.
Last Thursday,
That's over.
at Spruce Street Harbor Pier was.
Oh, yeah.
That was, or Spruce Street Harbor Park.
Right.
That was number 1. The first Roots picnic I did 2012.
The rain, where everybody was poured down rain.
Poured down rain, torrential downpours, and which led from me performing in front of what was about 1,000 people to like 4,000 people, because everybody was seeking shelter because of how bad the rain was.
Okay.
And I was performing in the tent. It was back in the tent.
Right.
In 2012.
It all worked out.
Third, SOBs, I believe. Yeah, when we bought the bus up the SOBs, the Villa sponsored a bus for me, and we brought everybody from Philly up to New York, SOBs. Everybody had I Made Chill Moody shirts on.
Nice.
Rosenberg introduced me that night. That's the night I met Rosenberg. Wow. We've been friends ever since, like actual friends.
Like hit him up right now.
Yeah, yeah.
No, like,
but but it was just dope because I admired this guy and everything he was doing for the culture at that point.
Right.
And then for him to in turn, reciprocate that love was like, yo, you're killing this, and take one over. Let's link.
How was SOB? That's like legendary, man.
Yeah, it's a dope spot. It's a small venue, and but it just holds a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So, and that was that was my second time there. Tone Trump actually brought me up to SOBs my first time performing there, I believe. Me and Sean Smith, who was Young Savage did that.
I feel like SOBs is like up there with like CBGBs and like
I just like saying CBGBs. I never performed, but I want to.
And the last question: your top 3 all-time favorite TV shows.
I can't do that. I like a lot of shows.
Oh, come on.
I give you 3. These ain't my all times, but I give you 3 of my favorite TV shows.
Okay.
Cause I got like 2. So favorites is a bad thing because I like a lot of things.
Okay.
All right, 3 times. Or top 3. All 3.
I was gonna say, well, maybe it's
Entourage.
Okay.
The Wire.
Good pick.
Honestly. Oh no, I'm sure. Entourage, The Wire, Good Times.
Which they run on TV One.
I watch it every time.
They run it.
But the Cosby's, a different world really is my all-time.
Yeah, I love a different world.
See, when you do this to me, it's like, just listen to TV made me do it. Me and Wes Man try to put a project out on TV.
We got it.
We got it.
And we mixed a lot of our favorites.
And like the booklet was dope too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cosby's, Good Times, Different World. Like, it's just too many names.
That was the last time we saw you was when you dropped that.
Oh, word, yeah, that is true. So recently, I give you my top 3. Recently, what I've been watching.
Sure.
American Gods is really good.
I heard that was good.
American Gods is really good. This new show, Snowfall.
Snowfall.
Oh,
watching
yeah.
it.
Really, really good. And what else have I been watching? Oh, Fargo. Fargo was amazing. People sleep on Fargo.
I like the first season. I didn't get to watch the second one.
This is, we on 3rd season now.
Right.
3rd season takes place in 2010, so it's like, you get to see that weird comedy, that dark comedy, but like in something you can more relate to.
Right.
Cell phones.
Right.
So yeah.
Cool, that was Chill Moody with a quick 3. Thank you.
Everybody that's watching, put your favorite 3 TV shows.
Yeah.
Right now.
What's yours real quick, Jeff?
Game of Thrones. That's number 1. I do like Entourage. I got the whole box set for Entourage. And number 3 would probably be Different World.
Different
Yeah,
World.
yeah.
Alright, so mine is Cosby Show.
There we go.
Second
good one. Very good.
I had the pink box set for that. And Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's better to be one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it really that good?
It's really that good.
That's what people telling me. Wes Man Show, he's in here right now. Wes keeps telling me to watch it. It's like,
You got a lot to catch up on right now.
yeah, and like dragons.
No.
Maybe
some biddies on
Send
it,
on
though.
the block. Send on the block.
Oh yeah, I gotta send you.
I heard you talking about what people represent.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It's, there's a blog called Black Nerd Problems, and he does a recap, but how he writes the recap.
Some songs, how black people talk about
Like
it.
it's like how you would talk to it. Like
See, I heard about a blog that breaks it down as to the dragons they represent white privilege.
That's the other one that you sent.
Yeah.
She started with the dragons, and you can't touch her because she got the dragon.
Yeah.
I don't know what it meant, but I thought that was live, so it almost made me
Yeah.
watch it. And then they said like the dead people were like racism, or something.
Supremacists. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, that's the other one too.
I might check it out.
You have to. It's pretty
It's
good.
really good. It's really good.
Somebody in my just to catch y'all up on what's going on in another world. Tell Shorty let me take her braids out when she's ready. That was for you. I'm just saying.
Like a dude?
Yeah, whenever you ready. Let me know.
Wow.
Sopranos, Lucy, Martin,
that's good.
Friends, King of Queens, and Partner Interruption. Another
Martin.
tell
Martin
Shorty.
doesn't count, why not?
Another one tell Shorty let me take her braids out.
Yeah.
Seinfeld, The Wire, Game of Thrones. Somebody said they like Game of Thrones. There's a lot of nudity. Stranger Things your favorite show already? Maybe now.
Yeah.
Lost is a good one.
Lost is a good one.
I've watched Lost twice, like
The
the
whole
entire
show?
season. Yeah.
Lost.
Lost
I watched
was
that
really good. I
one
watched it
series in
twice.
1 month. It was long.
Suits is definitely one. I can't front. Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is great.
Yeah, Stranger Things, the second season hadn't even came out.
Boardwalk Empire was good, but it went way too soon. So I got into Boardwalk Empire like 2 seasons before the last. Like Shameless is really good as
Shameless
well.
is great.
I put you on
You put
Shameless.
me on Shameless, yeah.
Yeah.
I wait for that.
Wayne, what's up? What's up?
Which one?
Breaking Bad.
Oh, Breaking
Breaking
Bad.
Bad.
Oh,
Who
yeah,
forgot
that's
about
good.
Dexter.
Breaking Bad is good.
Dexter, the first 3 seasons was dope, but after that was kind of whack.
See, I saw that. I never watched Dexter, and then the first time I watched was the last episode, and I'm like, I don't like how this ended. I'm not watching. Yeah, we started with After Party. Where were you?
What about New York Undercover? Nobody remembers New York
Yeah, New York
Undercover?
Undercover. I always wanted to perform on New York
That
Undercover.
was a classic.
Remember at the end when
And
you know,
then
they went to the
everybody
jazz
was
club,
Yeah.
and they sat and talked, and you be like,
And you got like Mary J. Blige
Yeah.
playing it.
somebody like my favorite joint was Raphael Sadiq performing one night.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's live. Like Raphael Sadiq.
They had everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Man, that live was crazy.
There are a lot of people. So,
But he said, yeah, taking your braids out was like an equivalent to a massage. So.
oh my God.
okay.
Yeah. Yo,
There you go,
we are
Lauren.
not putting this quick. Yo, we're not putting this quick. Real talk.
Yo, I love it.
You don't understand. I'm the only girl in the squad. They're never going to let me live this down. Ever.
Whoever said that.
I'm
thank
taking
you
my
so
braids
much.
out tonight.
When you take them out, they're going to ask who did it.
We need an update.
To prove that you took them out yourself.
Yo.
Your friends are anything like my friends? Yeah.
Yo.
You better take them out on live. That's why you said you gotta go live and take your braids out.
Breaking news.
I'm not doing this tonight. I'm not.
Hashtag, okay, hashtag let me take your braids out is a thing right now.
No.
And it's not Lemmy, it's Lemmy.
Lemmy.
Hashtag, let me take your
This
braids
is
out.
not happening. My mama didn't listen to this.
And take the braids out.
Hashtag, let me take your braids out.
Let me braid your hair.
Before we get out of here though, I want to say shout out to y'all. Shout out to the whole Water Rights crew. Y'all got some really, really, really nice things going on.
Thank you.
And to be able to say I've seen it grow. I've seen it from
Yeah.
I guess the inception. Sometime around the inception.
You were one of the first interviews.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And one of the first interviews on my show.
Yeah.
And I got put on to you through Water Ranks. That's
Yeah.
the first
It
time.
all comes full circle. But to see what y'all doing and to see what y'all about to do, even more importantly, is it's just dope. It's just dope, and that y'all showing love to Philly. Y'all bringing everybody up with y'all the way it's supposed to be. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely,
And
man.
even if y'all never did nothing else for me, or I appreciate that, and I will always
Thank
support.
you.
The feeling's mutual, man.
I will